right, ladies and gentlemen, this one is going to be short and sweet. Grab your popcorn, grab your soda, grab your pops, get your water. And for those of you who love coffee, you can get your coffee too. Let's talk about this day. All right, it was actually a pretty short day, all things considered. We had a couple ticker symbols in AREB, NXL, and MINM. Those are the top three. We'll start off with MINM. And off the bat from the chart, you'll see why I had troubles with this one. Just look at the chop here, man. Look at the chop. This thing was absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal on the 1 minute over here. You know, it seems like every time we were getting a good stride, it would get rejected and just shut right back down. And what made it really bad was the fills and the volatility of which the bid and the ask would fluctuate. And so there's times where I'm trying to buy certain dips. Let's just say, for example, 420. But the moment I'm trying to get in, the stock is at 430. The 10-15 cent opportunity that I was looking for, it's ruined. It's gone. And so, I think I got tricked because into the open, I predicted it well. I got green like 300, and I thought there was potential for me, and there was, but I got tricked because I needed to. This is the type of stock for me to just be in and out a few times and not to be trying to be too aggressive. That's what really got me here on this one is the multiple trades. Sometimes you got to read the room, and you got to read the room quickly in this case. So yeah, it wasn't the best stock, down 500. And again, most of those trades just rejections, faster movements between the bid and the ask, leading to inaccurate entries. Other than that, we had NXL, which is actually doing pretty well in after hours here. Let's just bring this 5 minute over, show it some love. Get the 3 minute zoomed in. Why it's just never on 3 minutes? Do I not have a 3 minute anywhere here? Time frame, 3 minutes. Okay, intraday. Okay, that's much better. Yeah, so the daily chart, 340, we had highs, right, in terms of our last push, but this thing today, breaking out over a bit of a daily range, and that was exactly what we wanted to see in this type of setup. So break of 150, you can see we really accelerated, and in this area here is where I kind of did the best. Nice move up, pull back, 1 minute candles making the new high, not quite breaking out, but eventually pulling away a little bit more. Bit of a longer wedge into another breakout going higher. And so this one offered some good opportunities going up. So after this is like right after the live stream. I kind of missed some of it, but Steve kind of called it out. It was hitting the scans, and we got involved. So right here we had a bear flag. It did look like we might have, been seeing a red to green, and I was up $1,000 on this actually. Right here, I was watching for the flag and another move high, or let's say retested a high. It came down, and I tried to buy the dip a couple times, like lost money. I don't know, when we get these type of patterns, I like to think we can hold and keep going, but sometimes it's not the case. But strong front side, and from there, that was all it wrote up until, of course, now in after hours. So maybe on Monday, if it holds up, where we could be in play, would be nice to see it again. But until next time, hasta la vista, right? As Arnold would say. Now let's get to the chopper in AREB. This one was like a missile. The first move here. So well, let's show pre-market some love, because pre-market also has been aggressive here. And this one went from about, what's that, 30 cents up to 75 in a few minutes. Pulled back, consolidated, and coming into the open, we started to see this red to green over VWAP. It really got going after this consolidation here. Wedge, and as we made the new highs, this thing took off, man. And I did attempt to use more size in the beginning, but I got rejected, and so I have to come back down in my shear size. But I want to say again, I kind of fell victim to one of the issues I had earlier this week, which was messing around a little too much with shear size as the stock was moving, leading to some missed opportunities. So I think that should be good. And I've been saying this, but the integration has been having some trouble. But I was able to get it authorized and logged in. So I'm gonna reach out to Marcelo and Tim again to see what their experience has been, because they use it a little bit more than I do. So if everything checks out, man, I'm gonna be setting up my hotkeys for bigger size over the weekend and be ready to go Monday. But yeah, we pushed up here around 67 cents and just kept going all the way up to 79. We got our first pullback, and this was good to see. Now we held up the previous high of day levels and then back over about 75, took off again all the way to 89. It might not seem like big moves, but it's like 20% right there, right? So all the way to 89. From there, we had another pullback, and if we draw a trend line here, we'll see that this thing kind of respected this area, right? So from where we kind of had this resistance coming across, pulled right back into it, and I unfortunately got chopped out in here. Could have traded this better. I could have traded the stock better. As I said, I missed a couple of areas and did get chopped out on a few dips. And this was one of them, man. This thing did exceptionally well here, curling all the way back from 70 to a high of 88. Quick pullback. And as the 1 minute candle made the new high, ripping up to 92. We had support in this gray area for some time. It broke down, came back up, and that kind of was it. I tried again here, but just wasn't ready. Not quite, having the steam. And that was all it wrote. But that was the day. So we had losses on MINM because of the spreads, volatility. The other two stocks where we saw some decent follow through, we were able to lock in some gains. And I think NXL was a little choppy. It kind of initially wasn't really giving to say, hey, big size. So I'd never sized up 1,500 shares. With 1,500 shares, I got myself up to $1,000. I never sized up to 3K, 5K, 10, 8K, none of that. Which I could do on a stock at this price if it's moving a little bit better. I could feel more comfortable at doing it. So, but yeah, that was the day. And as I mentioned, this is going to be a short and sweet recap. So check out those links down below. And before I forget, guys, do not obsess over the markets throughout the weekend, all right? Remember that it's a good time to do other businesses, projects, hang out with the loved ones, the relatives, the family, and study up whenever you can, and come back fresh and ready to go. So with that being said, remember to check out Merciless Markets. This is the day trading course that I offer that goes from zero to advanced. It does include one-on-one mentorships, live trading archives, weekly Q&As, as well as free access to our chat room, along with low latency live streaming via that same chat room. All right, so check it out. You guys can check out the prices down below. The next Team House meetup is coming up, so it should be a great time. We're very excited. We got a lot of awesome stuff planned. Let's see. Other than that, there's Momo Pro. All right, this is where we get all of our hot stocks from every day. This is the scanning software that I use. It does offer halt levels, so if you guys are interested in that, and everything else it has to offer, like the conditional alerts, the gap scan, the high of day scanners, feel free to check it out. All right, and the discovery section here is essentially the gap scan. But yeah, lastly, feel free to check out the chat room. And I do have to shout out the chat room because the chat room, we got a few members that did really well. Try out one of those members here today. We got a couple of students, Plato getting it done. Marcelo still on the sidelines for now. Let's see, John with the small size getting it done. A lot of people, improving slowly over time, man, and that's what we love to see. Glump, nice day, seems to be doing really well recently. Mighty Putty has been consistent over the last few months, I believe, doing really well. Cactus Rob, one of the other students who are also really locking it in. Enzo, a nice solid week, man. A nice solid week. We got Mozo in the building. An awesome week right here. Plus 18,000. That's absolutely beautiful. We got Infinity Trades. plus 217, right? So we had a lot of people do well. We did, I think, see a few red P&Ls, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Knife, knife, you know, 3 for 4 in the week. We did have the holiday on Wednesday, and doing well. So again, shout out to the students who are progressing with the small size, man. I mean, tasty trades, getting it done, just beautiful. SF, man, we're super proud of you so far. SF has, slowly been increasing the risk, and recently his calendar would look like this. Now he's increasing the size slowly. Man, this is just, it's so crazy to see that, like, like it's working, right? It's working. It's alive. It's alive. Net. Mr. Man was red today. $72, but kept it tight. That's what we like to see. Bog. Small green. Practicing with a small size. Way to go. Nice week right there. So Oren. Green on the day as well. Roaster. I mean, just Beam, another one of the students who've been coming in really well and molding and really excelling. Cactus, we saw the update. Tim, who is one of the other mentors, a nice $4,000 day. Lucas, another one of the students, so far doing awesome on the month. I mean, just way to go, right? And a beautiful week right here. Jay, small size, getting it done. And then we have Save. The big man is back. The big man is back. Of course, Save, one of the Team House members, plus $80,000 on the week. Just absolutely on fire. I believe he posted Minty, nice day as well. Did he post earlier or no? But yeah, okay. I mean, this is good enough. There might have been some other post that might have been deleted. I'm not sure. But yeah, Save absolutely holding it down in the chat room with this massive gain, man. This is what we love to see, and it lets you know eventually that if you're consistent and you continue to be aggressive with sizing, that anything is possible. My best month, guys, is 72,000, and here's one of the Team House members, green, 80,000 in 1 week. It just shows you that there's so many different levels to trading, and that you can continue to push forward as long as there's liquidity, and you can be disciplined with the size. I mean, it's just so inspirational. So when we meet up on this Team House trip, which Save will be attending, I will demand to see his archives for these 2 days so I can rewatch them with my own eyes and see all of his sweet entry points. So yeah, with that being said though, take care, stay safe, stay green. Save, if you're watching this recap, be sure to have these archives ready because I will be watching them with my own popcorn, right? But yeah, take care. Remember our disclaimer that day trading is risky business. It takes a lot of time to learn, right? In fact, it takes months, more commonly years. It's not just a 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 2, 3 months. It takes months, more commonly years, all right? Other than that, remember the live streams and recaps are never a reason to try and copy trade. And lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers, so be careful of fake accounts and impersonators. I will never message you first randomly for no good reason, all right? Stay safe, stay green, enjoy the weekend. We'll be back on Monday to finish out the month strong. It's been RT, and I am, of course, signing out.